You've all heard of running a model locally on your GPU, but how exactly to deploy a model using a VLLM engine with any Hugging Face model, such as GPT-OSS20B? In this video, we will show you 3 simple steps to deploy a model locally. The first step is to launch a Docker container. On this GPU, we have CUDA 13 with the latest Blackwell chip. This is on DGX Spark. Let us first find the container build for VLLM from this catalog. Click the drop-down and select the first one, which is the latest container. Let us copy this, click the get container, and copy this image name. In the guide, we will provide the image name here in our docker run command. We need to do 4 things. First, export your Hugging Face token so that you can download the GPT-OSS model seamlessly. Let us do export your Hugging Face token. And then let's copy the docker command. What is this command doing? First, we expose all the GPUs from our host system to our Docker container. So all the GPUs to this blue box of container. And then we mount the Hugging Face cache directory into the Docker's directory. And then when we download the Hugging Face model inside our container, it will be also saved onto our GPU, our local disk. Therefore, the next time you run another container, your model will be saved and you don't need to download again. And then the environment of Hugging Face token is what your Hugging Face token is, so that this allows you to download the Hugging Face model later. Then give the container a name, and also make sure to export the port 8000 so that when VLLM starts an endpoint at 8000, when you are outside the container, you can also tunnel in to access this 8000 port. Let us launch this command. Executing it for the first time will pull this image from the cloud. We have successfully launched the container. Step 2. Start the VLLM server. Let us copy the command to serve the OpenAI OSS 20B model, serving it on this port 8000, which we have exposed to all the environment outside the container. Enter the command of VLLM serve. Alright, it's initiating the engine, starting to load the model. If you are using it the first time, it will download the GPT-OSS model from Hugging Face. Since we have already downloaded before, it will just load the checkpoint. So the magic is to always mount your directory into your local disk so that you only have to download it once. You might wonder, how big is this 20B model? Because it's FP4 precision, divided by 2 will be 10 gigabytes. And accounting for some overhead, it took 13 gigabytes of memory, which is as expected. Next is allocating KV cache. Because DGX Spark has 128 gigs of memory, we have a lot of space for KV cache. Therefore, we can handle a tremendous amount of tokens concurrently. Now it's capturing CUDA graph so that when we launch the model, it will be faster in inference. When you see that application startup complete, it's a huge relief. It means your model is loaded and is ready to roll. If you somehow have a out of memory error, feel free to adjust the memory utilization so that you can launch. Let us do a test of whether the model is succeeded initialized. Let's open another terminal. Let us try CURL. Let us query the model using this localhost 8000, which is the port that our server launched on, and then the model to be our model, and then pass in the message of 12 times 17 is what? Hit enter. Ooh, on the right you see we have received a request, and then we received the response on the left saying that I'd answer 204. So GPT did the computation and it was super fast, almost instantaneously. And on the right, to see the statistics, the prompt throughput is 7 tokens per second. That is the prompt processing, which is the pre-fill phase. What about generation? The decoding is 5 tokens per second, slightly slower. It's expected because pre-fill is more fast. Step 3, deploy Open WebUI. You want to have a chat GPT like a Windows style, a graphic user interface, instead of just using command line. So how to do it? Let us use this Open WebUI, which is an open source software that lets you spin up a chat GPT like style chat window. First, let us pull this Open WebUI container. This will pull the latest container image, this one, and then we need to customize this base URL. Since we have used the port 8000, we will pass 8000 here. Copy the command and launch a new terminal. Launch the Docker container. What is this doing? It is launching a separate Open WebUI container that is different from VLLM. And it will use this port 8000 to communicate with VLLM, and to the outside world, it will use this 8080 port by default. Theoretically, you can use this 8080 port on your local web browser. However, if your local host, if your GPU is remote, such as it's on a remote server at your office or at your bedroom, and you use SSH to connect, how to solve this problem? Let us use a port forwarding. Copy this command here, which is SSH and -L to enable port forwarding, forwarding the 8080 port on your remote GPU, and then your localhost 8080 for your local web browser. Here SSH Spark has been the alias of our SSH. Hit enter. We have successfully created a tunnel here, and now when we go to the port 8080, you can see the Open WebUI. Wow! Just like ChatGPT, you can register an account, create a password, sign up or sign in. Boom! You can now select the model you have launched, which is GPT OSS 20B. Let's give it a problem. Summarize the first chapter of a book called The 3-Body Problem. Hit enter. Oh, you have activated the syncing process of GPT OSS. We can see its token of syncing. On the right, going back to this VLLM, we can see it's processing the prompt, and now it's generating the syncing tokens. The generation is 45 tokens per second, and now it's finished. When you see this 200 OK, it means the request has been finished. How to view the statistics? The average prompt throughput is just 8 tokens per second. It's quite slow, isn't it? The generation is 42 tokens per second. Why? Because the prompt we gave is very short. Therefore, it doesn't saturate the GPU. And how can we increase the prompt throughput? Let us give it a longer prefill, such as copying this command, and then let's say list all the characters in the following passage, hit enter. Let's clear the terminal a bit and hit enter. VLLM is processing the prompt, and now the prompt throughput is 59 tokens per second. It is 7 times faster than the previous short prompt. Why? Because we have given it a big chunks of text so that the GPU is happy. What about the generation throughput? It's 49, which is smaller than the prompt throughput. This is as expected because decode phase is one token at a time, where the prefill phase, the prompt processing phase, will take in the entire context and perform a matrix multiplication. If you are interested in optimizing the prefill speed or generation throughput further, please leave a comment below, and we can walk through the additional flags to VLLM to increase the throughput. Thank you for watching.